exclamation point to their SEC campaign. And let's hear from Kirby with Holly.
Well, Coach, how sweet is redemption when it comes with an SEC championship trophy?
Well, it's not about redemption. They got a great program, great head coach. It's about our team tonight. These guys have been told and touted, and since that last game, they can't beat this team. Our team was really physical tonight, played an excellent game, really proud of it, and proud of the Georgia fans, man.
Your defense rose up and put on one of the best shows of their season. How did they do it? -3 yards rushing allowed.
Trey Scott, Lynn Schumann, Thacker, T-Rob, Dante, that defensive staff is incredible. And that's Schumann and them defense. That ain't my defense. That's Schumann and them defense. Incredible job.
Coach, you said all season this is a team that cannot be killed. How does this give you some momentum moving into the playoffs?
Well, we got to keep getting better. We got a lot of young players who stepped up tonight. We had a lot of injuries. They had a lot of injuries. Proud as hell for this team.
Thank you, Coach. Let's go to Laura with Gunner Stockton.
All right, thank you so much, Holly and Gunner. This time last year, you're thrust into this game with no warning. Now you're able to win this game, and this is your team. What allowed for your success tonight?
This is awesome. Just the journey of the season has been so far. It's been awesome. Just being able to play with all the teammates. I love everybody, and it's been amazing. I'm glad we have another road ahead.
Yeah, I know it breaks your heart that your friend, center Drew Bobo, couldn't play in this one, but what can you say about the way that Malachi Tolliver stepped up?
Yeah, Malachi did a great job. He just stepped up, and he did his butt off today. And I know this hurts for Drew, just how much it means to him, but Malachi did a heck of a good job, and I was proud of him.
You got a front row seat to see your defense absolutely hunt Ty Simpson. What did they show you tonight?
Yeah, that's what I have to go against every day in practice. So I know what Todd feels like, but I thought the defense did a great job. Held them to low points.
I know you guys didn't want to make too much of this being a rematch, but you were able to get the better of this Alabama team after they did that to you at your place earlier this season. How would you describe just how well this Georgia team is playing right now when it matters most?
Yeah, I think we're clicking right now at the right moment. And it's fun when it's like that. And everybody's having fun playing football and enjoying what they're doing.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Chris.
A tremendous achievement, as we've said. MVP for going 20 of 26 with those 3 touchdown passes.
Just in really complete command. The whole team was. And he's the beneficiary of a team that was incredibly well prepared. They won the line of scrimmage on both sides. And I think that really the block punt got him going, the interception by Everett. But this is a football team that came in and played really all 3 phases. They dominated this game. They deserve all the credit. You can hear Kirby Smart saying, basically this team has a chip on their shoulder. They're tired of being doubted. They got to keep that energy after this championship, after this accomplishment. Don't lose that chip. Keep playing that way as they get ready for the next round.
I love that they're doubted. 12-1, they were favorites tonight, by the way. But you know what? As magnificent as this achievement is, it will always be the way to win an SEC championship. The sport is now about the playoff, right? And Kirby said to me yesterday, hey, we did this last year. We won on this field last year. Beat Texas, hard-fought game, SEC champions. And then they lost to Notre Dame in their first playoff game, and everybody forgot a little bit about this. So he knows that what's ahead is more important than what they've just done today even.
Great point. This feels incredibly different to me than last year. Carson Beck went down with an injury. Gunner Stockton stepped in, and while it was great that he stepped in, and he's a talented player, he just didn't have a lot of experience.
First start was a playoff game.
Right. So you just didn't really know. Great team. You just didn't know what you had there. This team is doing this. This team is saying, bring anybody on. So I think it's a very different set of circumstances as long as they get this accomplishment and keep that edge that they played with tonight. It'll be tough for anybody to beat.
I don't think they're going to lose in the first round. Yeah, I'm just saying that there's so much hinges on that. As great as this is, you're still, when you're the level of Georgia, you're judged by what you do, quarters, semis, championship game, etc.
And if they get the bye, it gives them some opportunities to get healthy. This is a banged-up football team. A lot of guys had to play through some injuries tonight. Gives them a chance to recover and really get their mind and I think their bodies right to make a run in the postseason.
And for Alabama, which face this Georgia defense. We'll talk about their situation in a second. Really early on, the Dogs were swarming, hitting hard, pressuring Simpson.
Yeah, it was a tremendous effort. I think the Glenn Schumann, I'm glad that Kirby Smart said that. This is Glenn Schumann's defense. Everything they did, they just seemed to be one step ahead of what Ryan Grubb and this offense is trying to do. They won the line of scrimmage. They're bringing a variety of different blitzes. I mean, Ty Simpson, his head was on a swivel. His defense is led by C.J. Allen, number 3. And he made a lot of plays, but they were very, very well prepared, especially considering they lost to this same team. This time it would be a different story. There's Glenn Schumann right there with his kid.
It looks like these blitzers are all over it, like they were over Simpson.
Exactly.
Say they will need that time off. With 3 weeks, I guess, till they're back on the field. Even if you do get a first-round bye, you got a couple weeks before recovering. That does get me to Alabama because that's also part of this equation. One of the 4-way ties for the regular season title in the SEC. But now they have to wonder in this new era if what the committee saw here gives them pause. Where do they drop? Are they really in that conversation? Is it really Alabama versus Notre Dame, Alabama versus Miami, etc.?
I think there's going to have to be a discussion with what happened to BYU today. Where will BYU go? And then it's Alabama, Notre Dame, and Miami. And I think Miami will end up having the edge. So now you're down to Alabama and Notre Dame. That's how I look at it. And it just depends on what the subjective analysis will be with the committee based on watching this game.
Set to have the trophy presentation. Now let's come back down to Laura.
All right, thank you, Chris. And fans, welcome to the 2025 SEC
Now let's welcome to the
Championship
trophy presentation. It's presented to our Georgia Bulldogs because we run this state and we never play around. We're here to win games, that's why.
SEC champions, and we'd like to welcome to the stage the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs, Kirby Smart, is up here as well.
Now listen to our head coach, Kirby Smart. And of course, we'll listen to our SEC commissioner and our athletic director for sure.
SEC championship game, and that is quarterback Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar, get up here. Now listen, Gunnar, I know you don't like to take a ton of credit. You love to give the credit to your teammates, but when we were just about to do the interview down there, a couple of your teammates were coming by and they said he's the one. What can you say about this group and the way they've supported you?
No, they're awesome. They make it fun to go practice and just be around them every day.
MVP of the SEC championship game. How does that sound from a guy from Tiger, Georgia, all the way to this?
Sounds like a dream come true.
All right, let's get Kirby Smart over here. Congratulations to Gunnar. And Kirby, this is something that you felt like this team could accomplish, but you knew that there was some growing up that had to happen. How would you describe the way that they have responded throughout this season?
They've responded in the face of so much adversity, so much criticism, and they just kept getting better and better. A couple of them just told me they want to go back and practice tonight. They said they want to get out there tonight and get a bloody Tuesday when we get back home. That's the kind of mentality this team has. They want to practice some more. They want to practice some more. They love contact, and we love them.
What can you say about this Georgia fan base that packed this place, a place that you're all too familiar with, the way that they have continued to show up and be a heartbeat on the outside of this team?
Yeah, they were all here last week. I want to thank the band, especially.
Oh yeah, my Red Coat band.
And loud.
And yeah, loud everywhere. Everybody.
You know what? These fans have been through a lot of heartache and agony in these games, but not tonight, baby, not tonight.
One more question. Are you guys going to practice tonight?
I don't know. She wants to know if we're going to practice tonight.
Okay, they said no. All right, congratulations to Kirby Smart, Gunnar Stockton, this Georgia Bulldogs team, and now it is time for SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey to present the 2025 SEC Championship Trophy.
I see confetti coming down.
Chris, I'll send it back to you.
Confetti falling inside. Just what we saw last year for Georgia. They'll now try to build on this and make a deeper run. Kirby Smart, but emotional about the achievement of winning the SEC, and then he went to church there and started talking about everything to do with the Georgia program. He fired up.
Got the band going, and they should show up and support. But I do love how you got to find a way to get an edge, right? They disrespect us. They don't. A lot of criticism. I'm like, wow. I haven't heard a ton of criticism myself. This is not only a great team, it's a great program, and it's a program that every single year they're going to be in play, and they've done it again. And like I said, this is different than last year. This team is trending up as they get ready for this these next few weeks to maybe a month.
The only blemish was that home field loss to Alabama 10 weeks ago. Hard to kill has been the motto all season long for this Brazilian team, and they're going to be hard to kill in the postseason. A block punt, an interception, set things up early. Gunner Stockton on the offense, efficient, at defense just smothering, suffocating. And the Dogs win it 28-7 to take the SEC championship. Noon Eastern time tomorrow over on ESPN. That 12-team bracket revealed. We know you're going to be there for that. Bill Bennell produced the game. Jimmy Platt directed it. Thanks to our entire crew. Mark Demento, Bill Black, Darren Brown up here, Emily Moss, our entire crew here in Atlanta. So long. Kirk, Kylie, Laura, Bill, Chris saying, we'll see you next time. Let's go to the studio.
All right, that was fun.